You are listening to the voice of self-discovery. Learn to discover a better you every day. Good evening and welcome to Self-Discovery Revelations with me, Priscilla Ejari, formerly Priscilla Apia. You can simply call me Priscilla Up. This airs on Voice of Self-Discovery podcast every Friday at 9 p.m. on this very channel. It is my desire and goal that as you listen, you grow in self-awareness and learn from the insights I share to discover the highest, truest version of yourself. This is the 24th episode and the third in the series on growth and self-improvement. Today, I'm sharing insights on self-discipline. This is something I've struggled with for a long time and still trying to cultivate more of. I was just thinking of how most people start life with so many big dreams of things they want to accomplish, create, build, and experience. But as time and age catches up with them, most of those dreams fall to the wayside, and you wonder what happened. So I've had the privilege of sampling few people past the age of 40 that I chanced on, and I asked them about the dreams of their youth and what happened to most of those dreams. One interesting answer I received was, life happened. Life happened. Thinking about it carefully, I recognize that we have a tendency to feel like life is just happening. But life doesn't just happen. It happens because we make choices. Basically, the life we experience is a reflection of choices we make over time. You may be asking yourself, what about all the unexpected things that happen to the real dreams? Yes, they are there. But ultimately, we control where we put our focus and effort. Let me ask you this. Can you confidently say you make choices every day that truly support the dreams you have for tomorrow? Do you make choices every day that support the dreams you have for tomorrow? If you do, that's awesome. But you realize most people don't. And even you, I'm not sure you do always, and I know you want to or even try to, but sometimes you just go against yourself to do what you know doesn't contribute to your future. I understand because I have been there, and that's the reason today I want to share some insight with you on the one thing that will help you make everyday choices that support the dreams you have for tomorrow. That one thing is self-discipline. It has been proven by Napoleon Hill after decades of study into what led to the success of the world's richest and successful people in American history in the early 20th century. Napoleon Hill found out that the common denominator of the world's richest and successful people was self-discipline, and concluded it is the starting point of all great achievement. To cultivate it, one thing I've come to realize is you first need to have a vision for your life, or at least dreams and lifetime goals you want to accomplish. It is impossible to cultivate self-discipline when you literally don't know where you are going in life. You must be up to something to need self-discipline. In fact, people who are not up to anything, or let me put it better, people who are up to nothing do not need self-discipline. And as you chose to listen to this, I want to believe you have a dream for your life, goals for the year. You need to have tasks for each month and a schedule for each day. If you don't know how to do this, you can listen to the episode I did titled Visioneering 2021 is going to help you to do that. As much as I can agree you need self-discipline to set goals, you need more self-discipline to make them happen. And to do that, don't underestimate the power of a daily schedule. Not a to-do list, a daily schedule. Once you have a daily schedule, don't wait for it to feel right before you do what you are supposed to do. Mind you, before behaviors become habits, we need to make conscious decisions. It will feel wrong. It will sometimes even feel like you are against yourself, but that is when discipline will or will not be cultivated. You need to win against yourself by following through your daily schedule to do what you don't feel like doing. So you feel the urge to not do it, but do it anyway. Think of the world's best athletes, the champions of Olympics. All that people see is the day they are running and winning an event. But what we don't get to see is the many times they consistently trained and got their feet sore to be able to win in that one event. In the same way, every goal you set for yourself that is truly worth achieving will require you to win against your comfort. Like today, for instance, I don't feel like recording a podcast. I had to choose between watching one of my favorite TV shows, spending the night out, and recording this. Watching my favorite TV show, as you will agree, is going to be exciting. And if I chose to have a night out, it will satisfy one of my food cravings, maybe, but that it ends there. That's just it. However, recording this podcast is a decision that contributes to my goal of helping young people develop self-awareness and ultimately discover the highest, truest version of themselves. So I won against my eye and mouth cravings to do this. But I'm going to have a nice meal afterwards while watching one of Netflix's new movies. So that brings me to my next point on ways to cultivate self-discipline. You need to schedule breaks, treats, and rewards for yourself. Even the most disciplined mind needs rest to perform at its best. So in my case, after deciding to record a podcast as against the other things I could do at the time, I visited my podcast plan and saw the topic I was to speak on. I then went to sit behind my desk to reflect on it and plan it out. In the course of planning it out, I took a walk around the house, grabbed some juice from the fridge, went to stretch in the sofa. I washed my face, and I did all these things at short intervals as I felt I needed to make me more productive on the task at hand. So you see, following a daily schedule should not feel like a death sentence. Give yourself enablers. In my case, those were the sort of things I did. Yours may not be the same. It can be as simple as breaking a task into 2 or 3 phases rather than sitting to complete everything. You simply need to schedule breaks, treats, and rewards. So include breaks, include treats, and include rewards while following through your plan for each day. Plan a time to relax, rest, to socialize if that works for you, and simply rejuvenate. It could be a meal, it could be a day off from exercise, or breaking a difficult project into several phases. But the key is to plan your rewards in advance. Do not bargain with yourself when things get hard. Just stick with your plan, knowing a reward is waiting when you are done. Lastly, Remove temptations of what I call distractions. So in my case, I couldn't be recording this and watching my favorite TV show at the same time. So you need to recognize what the weaknesses to you following through your plan are and clear them intentionally. You could be tossing the junk food, turning your TV off, staying away from noise when working on a computer. If you are easily distracted by noise, or staying away from noise when working on a difficult project. If you are easily tempted to surf the internet when working on your computer, for example, you can consider using self-control apps to block distracting websites so you can concentrate. Or if you waste time on your phone, you can consider using the off time app. So simply remove temptations or distractions just so you can follow through your plan for each day. So this has been Developing Self-Discipline episode. You need to win against yourself to cultivate self-discipline and make daily choices that truly support the dreams you have for tomorrow. I urge you to choose your future and not your comfort. Subscribe to this channel if you haven't, and don't forget to click the notification bell so you are notified when I upload the next. So just stick with me and let's keep learning. You matter to me. Voice of self-discovery. Do you like a pro?